Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Next on Madden NFL 25.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks you know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from KC. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Mahomes fakes the give and keeps it himself. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I mean, what a start to this game throwing the ball. I mean, I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. I mean, he's 4 for 4. Now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Gray is the motion man here. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former number 1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the number 1 goal is to come out with a victory.
Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gray is the motion man here. Right back to the air for Mahomes. Open man, right side, is Kelsey.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
From the gun, here's Pacheco. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Mahomes. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll run it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Chiefs offense ready to take over once again. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. To the left side, caught by Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They put Kelsey in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. There he goes again. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts, and now down inside the 20. Now Mahomes. Right back to Kelsey again. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. Devin Duvernay going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves down 13-0 here. They try to get things started offensively. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. They'll stay on the ground. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Man in motion here is Washington. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
He had plenty of juice coming across to get the ball, Mike, but he hit a whole new gear after he secured it and began getting vertical. By comparison, it looked like a lot of the defenders who had a shot at him were a little flat-footed and ended up getting burned for a big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Lawrence. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's 1 running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch him off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield.
Good blocking, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are on the board. It's now 13-7. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. They get 10 yards on the hook up there, and the Chiefs have a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
That's into the hands of Worthy. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Motion man is Rice. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down. Mahomes quickly out to Rice. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 3rd and 2. On the carry is Perine. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A handoff to Pacheco. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Like, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
This one caught at the 4. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Gray is the motion man here. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Lawrence. Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. In motion comes Thomas. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to ETN. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Here is 2nd and 7. Kirk is the motion man. 2nd down, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Lawrence now on second down. That is caught at the 3. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all in the same.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
They go play action for Lawrence. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To a knee goes Mahomes. And that should wrap it up. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. One in the win column for the Chiefs. They take care of business here at home. It's a game they were expected to win. They had no problems in the end as they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.